a father, what is fatherhood like for you?
It's awesome. Being a dad, allowing my son to be dependent on me, needing me. Daddy, I need your help. Stuff like that, little comments that he make. Also seeing myself in him. I can remember a time where he was like, "That's enough." I'm like, huh? And when he says it, I'm like, where you get that from? And then I remember a time he was playing and I was like, "That's enough." I said, "Oh, he gets it from me." Mm-hmm. So it's awesome being a father and active and involved. And I love it. Each and every day I love it. It's sentimental,
right?
Emotional, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Right. But I love being a father.
Right.
And also too, I remember a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. We made a pact in 5th grade because his dad wasn't active in his life, and my biological dad wasn't active in mine. So I remember we said we're going to take care of our kids. And when I say the day his kids were born, all 3 of them, he was active. He was involved. And I also made sure I made my commitment as well. From the time he was born, that I will remain active regardless of my condition or situation. So, yeah, what about you? And I know that you're not a father. Okay. But being with your father, because your father was an awesome father.
Yes.
Like, I remember, him when we were growing up. So I know that he used to say chief. He was the first guy I ever heard to say, "Hey, chief, come here. Chief, help me out.
Yes.
Chief, this, that, and the third." But he was an awesome guy. So some of the recollections that you may have with your father.
Thank you for that. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, John Henry Young.
Yes.
Forever, I'm going to be a Young.
Yes.
My father was honestly like my best friend.
Okay.
My father was my rock. I won't be the woman I am today without him.
Wow.
My father was just that like he was just across the board, that person. Conversations when it need to be serious, funny. You have to have a sense of humor to hang with the Youngs over here, because he's going to tell you the truth. Yeah. You understand? Fact. And maybe that truth might hurt you, but that truth is for you to actually be stronger and just know how to handle and deal with life. Mm-hmm. And we just have like those real conversations. And again, so it's just to sum it up, like without him, I wouldn't even be here probably having this platform with you. I'm a mother, but he taught me, listen, what these little boys want in the streets. Right. And we had conversations like that since elementary school. And then the older I got, the more like he gave you the realness. Listen, these boys want this. Right. These boys want that. Gotcha. So my dad taught me the game. That's
so important for them. So
important. Yeah. And it's like, I'm sorry for the bad that I did. When it comes to the game, it's just, I'm going to beat you to it.
Right.
You understand? Because I had a dad be like, look, you better do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And I'm like, well, he don't know, you do this. Mm-hmm. And bam, I do it. And so the dude's like, wait, you're
not supposed to know that.
You ain't supposed to know that. But guess what? I had a man in my life.
Right.
And I do feel bad for males and females who did not have, that father figure in their life. And so it's just, but back to me saying that I really wish everyone will have that father figure, and maybe it's not your biological father, but maybe it could be someone in the family,
right?
Maybe someone in the church. Right. It could just be a mentor, or family, friends. I just feel that everyone deserves to have a father figure. It don't have to be all blood related, but I'm sure if you have a great homeboy or a great colleague or someone in your life, like, you know what, do you mind just talking, having conversations?
So just to piggy off of what you're saying, I grew in a house with my stepfather, but I don't call him my stepfather. I call him my father.
I love that.
I call him my dad because
Right.
he was like really active
Okay.
in my life from the
Okay.
time I can remember. He was there, and he taught. He wasn't a man of many words, but his action reflect the attitude of a man that we should emulate. You get what I'm saying? So it was one of those type of. He was one of those type of dads that actually did. So he would work, and he was a workaholic, and then he'll come home. He may not have done much around the house, but what he did, far as what he did in the house was kept the structure and kept the discipline within the house. You know, certain things me and my brothers would get into that we knew not to get into it because we would have had to deal with him as a result of it. And to learn, and also too, if people don't have fathers in their house, I remember things like I remember my friends had fathers, and I would learn certain things from them. I remember I used to mow the yard, and he would tell me like, don't. One of my friends' dad would tell me, don't mow the yard like 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's too hot.
You know, it's too hot. He would tell me, hey, listen, try around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and it won't beat you up, because the next time you try to mow the yard, you'll be, regretting it. Like, no, I don't want to mow the yard. Yeah. So, and also too, we were putting up some, the hurricane season was coming in, and we was putting up the shutters, and my friend's dad came over to show me how to do it. You know, even though my dad, I think he was out and about or whatever the situation was, but he wasn't there to, help me. But my friend's dad came over and helped, and other friends that I have had, their dad would like, oh, try this out. Hey, I overheard y'all say this, but try it this way, So we can also learn from other fathers that we surround or that surrounds us through our friends.
Correct.
So I think that's an awesome thing to make sure, we acknowledge the fathers, and we are taking out this time.
Thank you, fathers.
Yes, for what you all have done in our lives and what you're going to do.
Doing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Facts.